Hello everyone, in this video I will show you how to install the Creality Sprite Extruder Pro Kit for Ender 3 Max. Unboxing is very simple. Inside the box we have the ribbon type extruder cable and the extruder mount, mounting screws and one additional steel nozzle and the sear touch cable. The extruder fan and the brass nozzle comes pre-installed. That's it, we have it inside the box. There is a tag in hot end cable to make sure that we connect it to the extruder board before start using it. The instruction manual has all necessary information for the installation. Now let's remove the old extruder. First remove the sear touch screws with the Allen keys that comes with your printer and unplug the sear touch cable. Now make the roller bolts loosen to remove the printhead from the printer. Remove the timing belt by pulling it backwards. Now remove the printhead and keep it aside. Remove the PTFE tube by pushing the ring and remove the filament sensor and extruder motor cable. Now remove the extruder motor and the assembly. Since the filament is going to be routed from the top, we cannot use this filament sensor, so I removed it. If you still need it, you need to extend the cable and the custom firmware that supports filament sensor on-off feature, because the default firmware does not have this option. Now we need to remove the old extruder cables. For that, remove the screw in top side and flip the printer upside down. Now remove the main board screws. The cooling fan will be attached to the bottom cover, so remove it carefully. Now make sure to take the picture of main board and connectors, so it will be useful when reinstalling the cables and also making the custom firmware. The connectors are glued together to avoid any loose connections, so we need to remove the glue first to remove the connectors. First I removed the temperature sensor and next the extruder motor connector. Then I removed the sear touch connector and the fan and heater connectors. To separate the extruder cable, now remove the tape and cut the zip tags without damaging the cables. Now separate the extruder cables. I missed to remove the fan cable, now I removed it. After separating the extruder cables, now pull it out from the sleeves. Now we have removed the old extruder. Take the Sprite Extruder cable and route it from bottom of the printer. First I connected the fan cables. Refer the photo that you have taken before for correct polarity. Next I connected the heater cable. This heater cable has a polarity, but the previous one does not have any polarity, so refer the installation manual for correct polarity. And I connected the extruder, sear touch and temperature sensor cables. And finally the fan connector. There is also a couple of dummy connectors. Leave it as it is. Now make sure the cables do not touch any sharp metals and close the cover, insert the screws and tighten it. Now flip the printer back to its normal position. Now untight the roller bolts in the extruder bracket. You don't have to do it for all, only for bottom one is fine. Now slide the brackets into the x-axis and tighten the rollers. Reconnect the timing belt and make sure it is tight enough. Install the CR Touch into the Sprite Extruder. For connecting the CR Touch, use the cable that comes with the extruder kit and connect it to the connector in extruder PCB. Make sure to connect the hot end connector before mounting into the bracket. Now install the extruder into the bracket and insert the screws and tighten it. Now connect the extruder cable. It was similar like inserting a RAM in a slot. Using the zip tag, secure the cable in one place. Now open the Creality website, go to the support and downloads, and go to the ecosystem, select Sprite Extruder Pro Kit, and select the right version of your motherboard and printer, and download the firmware. Copy the firmware to the SD card. Make sure the SD card is formatted before copying the firmware, and insert the SD card into the printer. Once you turn on the power supply, the screen will be blank for few seconds. After that, Ender logo will show up. The default language is in Chinese. To change the language, go to the menu and navigate to the bottom and select the subcanned option from the bottom. There you can select the language. Now let's test by heating the nozzle. I increased the nozzle temperature to 96 degrees. The nozzle was heating up and it works fine. Now the most important thing to do after installing the extruder is to change the E-steps for extruder motor as mentioned in the manual. Now I tried auto home, but there was a strange noise when the extruder moved, and also the CR Touch is not getting deployed. To avoid any damage, I turned off the printer. This firmware has the CR Touch option, but it was still not working. I checked the cable connections, also tried the continuity test using the multimeter. Looks like there is no issue in the cable. I also did the continuity test for extruder ribbon cable. So the issue is not with the cables. Now I installed everything back to try again, but still it was not working. There is option in the firmware to test the CR Touch manually. Go to the configuration and select CR Touch. Click deploy to make the probe go down and select store to make the probe go up. Looks like there is no issue with the cables, CR Touch and the firmware. I tried searching it online and found this Reddit post, a user facing the same issue. He also mentioned that the issue is not there when the CR Touch is connected directly to the motherboard. So I tried the same by connecting the CR Touch directly to the motherboard, and I did the auto home test now. The CR Touch probe is getting deployed and works fine. I want to know why it was not working when it was directly connected to the extruder. I wanted to know why it was not working when it was connected to the extruder cable. I did many tests and found that the extruder motor is the reason. When the extruder motor is removed, the CR Touch is working, but when it is connected, it was not working. There might be two reasons. One, there might not be enough current through the cable when the extruder is connected, because the extruder will use some current to hold its position, or there might be some distortion in the signal to see a touch, since the ribbon cable uses some common pins for some power connectors. When the CR touch is directly connected through the extruder ribbon cable, it was not working again. After doing some search, I found a solution for this with a custom Marlin firmware. Before building a custom firmware, make sure to note down the probe offsets. There is an option in the Marlin firmware to disable the extruder when the CR touch is in use. If you don't know how to download and edit your custom Marlin firmware, I will provide you a video link in the description. You can refer that to create your own custom Marlin firmware. Make sure you make all necessary changes, otherwise it may damage your printer. I compiled and copied the firmware into the SD card and I uploaded the firmware into the printer. Now you can see the Marlin logo and the firmware version. Now with this firmware, I tried the auto home test. Now there is no noise when the extruder is moving. Also the CR touch is working. Since we have the direct drive extruder, now we cannot use the filament spool holder from the bottom. For that, I have printed this bracket. With this we can mount the original Creality spool holder at the top. Now remove the bolt and insert into the bracket and tighten it. I already printed this before upgrading to Sprite Extruder. Use the T-nuts to hold it in one place at the top. You don't need to buy any additional T-nuts. You can use the same that you disassembled from the Z-axis limit switch. Before printing anything, make sure to change the E-steps for the extruder and save the settings. Now let's do some test prints. The one in my hand is printed with the Bowden tube extruder. So let's compare it with the direct drive. The 3D benchy was printed very well, but there were lots of stringing and there wasn't much improvement in the print quality. After using it for a week, I noticed there was some under extrusion at the corners when printing at 50 to 60 mm per second. I tried changing the Cura settings, but nothing happened. Then I found the issue is with the firmware. I messed up some settings with the Marlin firmware. The one printed on the right side was printed with Creality firmware, which looks much better. To use the Creality firmware, I have to switch back to the direct cable for CR touch to the motherboard. So I inserted the CR touch cable into the extruder cable sleeves to make it look much better. I also added some additional cloth tape for extra protection. Make sure the cable is free to move and does not hit anything. These are the few prints that I printed after switching back to Creality firmware. This looks much better than before. If you have any doubts, please let me know in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Subscribe and stay tuned for my next video.